your third World Cup campaign up against the Americanos over in Group B. Who's going to get after a flyer? Who's going to get after a steak? I've got a Welsh wonder standing by. We're going to talk all about this and more next. That's right, folks. Pab's getting another World Cup rivals video today. We're checking out Group B, and it's Wales against the USA, and we'll get to that in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button, mount it. All things Rovers related, World Cup related, whatever else we got going. Everything related. We've got all here, boys, and Warren Ruski, of course. Damien. I've been a big fan of the channel, big fan of him. Of course, he's been on here talking about Swansea before, but now he's talking about Wales, of course. Now, for my small corner of the YouTube universe, tell him a little bit about yourself, your name, of course, wherever you are in the world, and tell us something cool about Wales.
Well, the name's Damien. I'm actually calling from Swansea in South Wales, and pretty much there's nothing much good to say about Wales other than we're better than England. But yes. That's all I can say, really.
Appreciate that, David. Of course, so Wales do kick off their campaign in the next few days. What are your thoughts for the World Cup, in particular with this match in your focus?
Well, I got to be honest, but I haven't got very high hopes for the World Cup. I mean, I would literally settle just for getting to the knockout stages because we're not going to win the World Cup. You know, we just haven't got the players to do it. As long as we beat England and get to the knockout stages, I'll be happy. I'll be more than happy. I'll take that.
All right. Well, there you go. That's an optimistic approach, and it's definitely a doable approach. But yeah, if you want to elaborate maybe on the just how far this Welsh team can go, because if you do beat England and of course get out of the knockout stages, well, in fact, let's hold on to that fact. If you beat England, you take on Iran, you take on you could technically win this group, which of course would then potentially set up a knockout stage against who's in the Group A? You know, Senegal. There's potential that this Welsh team could go far, but where's the limit for this Welsh team?
Oh, good God, man! It's a very low limit, to be honest with you. We haven't got the players for example, like England. You know, England have got more players than any other country in the world to pick from, whereas Wales, it's very limited. We got the likes of Aaron Ramsey and Gareth Bale when they are fit, but when was the last time either of them played? I believe Aaron hasn't played for the last 2 or 3 months, I believe it is, because he's been injured. Gareth, he came on the other day out in America, and he scored a wonder goal apparently, But no, but as you say, technically, if we do beat England, then, my hopes of winning our group are actually quite high. Because, we should be looking at beating the USA and Iran. There's no doubt about it. England is going to be our toughest game. That is going to be our toughest game. So, me personally, I would... not necessarily prioritize the England game because, of course, we got to beat the USA and Iran first. But, I'm more optimistic about those two games than compared to England, to be honest with you. So, but, hopefully we can get to the last 16. I would take the last 16, to be honest with you.
Well, I guess, fortunately for the Wales, England is your last game, right? It's the third game, so you've got to hope. Well, in theory, you could have secured qualification by that point, which would set up a real battle for Britain for top spot. But anyway, we'll switch focus now. Again, a lot of spotlight on Ramsey and Gareth Bale. But if we were to remove those two from the team, who else is going to get us off our feet with excitement at this Qatar 2022?
Well, that's quite a good question, really. Joey Allen has definitely got the potential, even though he's been injured since September the 17th, which has been a bit of a hammer blow for the Swans, really, because since he's come back to Swans, he hasn't really played. So, Joey Allen, Keith Moore, he certainly could bang in a couple, especially with his height, But Gareth and Aaron Ramsey are obviously the top two, But Daniel James, he could definitely get some fans off his feet, and Connor Roberts, the two of them have got pace. So hopefully, they'll all stay fit and can definitely bring us some excitement.
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, the Welsh team, there is definitely some young prodigies waiting to step up. Brennan Johnson, that Wilson fella, is he at Fulham now? But yeah, there are some whippets that will hopefully use this as a chance to maybe put the spotlight on them. But okay, switching over focus, the spotlight on your opposition, England. What's your main threat for them when they take you on in the opening game? Not England. Actually, not England. It's the USA. It's the USA. What's the main threat? USA. What's the USA threat for you?
To be honest with you, but I'm not too sure. I haven't done a lot of research into the USA team, so I can't really comment too much on them. But for them to look out for us, I would definitely say Keith Moore, because he's got the height and he's really good in the air. And me being a Swansea fan and then being an ex-Cardiff player, I can definitely, I know where he's coming from, so, he scored a couple of bangers against us, so. But no, I'm definitely hoping that Keith, I can actually bring to the table what he's capable of, to be honest with you. And the same with Gareth. The problem with Gareth is that, he's such an injury prone. You never know if he's going to be fit from one game to the next, to be honest with you. And another problem is because he can literally play one game and then he's injured for the next 5 or 6 games. So, Aaron Ramsey is the same as well. So it's all about keeping the boys fit, to be honest with you.
Okay, and of course, let's just say Robert Page takes the night off, gives you the keys to the car for this first game against USA. What 11 would you want to see start the World Cup in Qatar?
Ooh. Well, personally, I love to see Hennessy in goal, because I'll be honest with you, the boy's been fantastic. He pretty much won us that game against Ukraine in the playoff. Then for the back, I would go Connor Roberts, Ben Cabango, Joe Roden, and I can't think of his name now, Daniel James. Then in midfield, I would go Wilson, Gareth Bale, Joey Allen, and actually, I think I'll put 2 up front. I would probably put Keith Moore and I can't think of his name right now. Plays for Forest.
Brendan Johnson.
Brendan Johnson. Thank you very much, man. Oh man, I'm a Welshman and I can't even think of his name. Yeah, that would be my setup for the USA, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and there's a lot of talent in there. So there's another game going on in Group B, of course, for the opening games. It's England against Iran. Now, with Wales, with your Welsh hat on, what do you want to happen in that game? But also, what do you think will happen in that game between England and Iran?
Ooh, well, I would love to see Iran possibly make a point. I'll be over the moon if they beat England, but realistically, I can't see that happening. But no, I can definitely see England beating Iran and the USA quite comfortably, to be fair to them. They've got some brilliant players, and they're being coached by some of the top managers in the world as well, with their representative clubs. So yeah, My heart is saying 2-1 Iran, but my head is saying something like 4-1 England, to be honest.
Okay, no, that's what we want. That's the sort of stuff, real take from other fans. But of course, switching back, of course, to the big game, Wales against USA. What's the final score in your eyes?
In my eyes, it's going to be a 2-1 Wales win. Keith Moore and Harry Wilson with the goal.
Banging, absolutely banging that. I appreciate that, Devon. You are, of course, a superstar. Thanks for your words of wisdom about Wales and, of course, bigging up their chances for Qatar 2022. Of course, I do appreciate you guys stopping by as well. Give Damien some love and smash your thumbs up. Big it up if you're a Welshman. Big it up, of course, if you're American as well, as we look forward to Qatar 2022. And, of course, Wales kicking off their campaign. Check out the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. And, of course, make sure you subscribe. Thumbs up, little bell. We got it all here, guys. Right here, all the way to the bitter end.